Thanks for tuning into this weather briefing. We're going to talk about the potential for active weather and cold weather rolling out all through Christmas week. This is Alex Tardy, meteorologist with National Weather Service. This is the Outlook table. You can see there's a link up top. You can check this out every single day from our webpage. We are targeting the first storm to impact us late on Sunday with increasing wind and widespread rain on Monday, and the potential for another storm system, albeit weak, for around Christmas Day into Thursday. The final third storm system is expected beyond this period here, and we'll talk a little bit about that. How are we doing so far this year? You can see across most of California, Southern California stands out as we've had basically 1.5 to 2.5 times as much precipitation compared to average for this time of year. So in other words, a very wet start for far Southern California, especially San Diego County so far this year. The Pacific Northwest, where they're getting heavy rain this week, has started off really dry, so some beneficial precipitation occurring up in that region to get rid of some of those reds. Here is the summary and the highlights that you need to know. An active, progressively stronger and colder weather pattern as we roll in through next week, starting on the 22nd. The first storm really carves the path for the next few. We will see some widespread precipitation periods, especially on Monday of next week and late in the week again. Just showery precipitation right now looks like in the cards for Christmas Eve through Christmas Day and night. Basically 4 precipitation events moving through the period as we roll towards New Year's Eve. The strongest storm right now is targeted for late next week after Christmas. Northwest flow is where these storms are coming from, so they're going to be cold when they move through, which results in drier snow and lower snow levels. Any merger to tropical moisture seems to be limited, but there is some potential late next week as that storm system carves down from the north. Overall, these are just cold, unstable storms. Significant accumulation, however, of totals will occur next week from these series of storms, both for snow and rainfall. We have moderate confidence with the timing and exact path of the storm, especially Monday. There's actually moderate confidence for the storm also late next week as we roll out after Christmas. The main uncertainty is probably right around Christmas Day into the 26th. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Where are these storms coming from? Well, they're coming directly from the north. This is the weather pattern storm track. This is an ensemble prediction, so it's an average of many different solutions, but the bottom line shows that storm 1 comes in rather strong into Northern California and then begins to weaken a little bit as it swings towards Southern California on Sunday. That'll be when our winds increase on Sunday. Most of the precipitation will occur on Monday because that's when the storm is right over us, and that's when the coldest air will be in place as well. We're pretty much on the backside of that storm by Christmas Eve, the 24th, so just some lingering showers then. And then we do have another storm upstream. That next storm looks like it could clip us late midweek, like Wednesday night into Thursday, though it looks weak, so we'll call storm number 2 as showery. When we look forward to storm number 3, that looks much stronger. So that's why we're calling this a progressively stronger storm system potential. That storm number 3 looks to target us late next week. That'll be close to Friday the 27th. Now, for those of you planning out further, it does look like it'll remain unsettled even before New Year's. So we have potential for an additional storm somewhere around December 30th, maybe the 29th or 30th. But overall, the weather pattern doesn't really change. So storm number 4, we're going to call it, does have the potential to reach us right before New Year's Eve. Here are some of the details. Take some time to look these over. Storm number 1 looks to be widespread rain and snow. It'll be several inches of snow in the higher terrain above 6,000 feet. Storm number 2 looks to be showery. and generally light precipitation and much lighter snowfall amounts as well as we roll into Christmas night and to Thursday after Christmas. Now, storm number 3 looks to be the bigger one, at least right now. A lot of energy potential with that storm, much colder and windier with heavier precipitation, and that'll roll out late next week. And then we start looking at the potential for another storm, and that probably will be before New Year's Eve as we roll out the end of December. So we'll just call that possible for now. There's too much uncertainty that far out, 10 days. Here is the precipitation forecast. This will roll us out through December 26th, so the day after Christmas. You can see that areas north of San Diego are expected to do the best with widespread 1 to 3 inches of rain. Areas to the south, generally 1 to 2 inches of precipitation total, with a lot of that occurring with storm number 1, which rolls through on Monday, and then showery precipitation out of that as it moves through on Tuesday. We do see our mountain areas such as the Santa Ana Mountains and the San Bernardino Mountains getting considerable heavier precipitation to our north. Here's a zoomed up version to kind of focus on what I just mentioned from the San Gabriels to the San Bernardino Mountains. 1 to 2 inches of water. So yeah, that's quite a bit of snow, up to a foot of snow in our highest terrain around the ski resorts, and certainly several inches of snow down to 6,000 feet because it's a moderately cold storm that rolls through on Monday. Mostly lingering showers around, but if you have travel plans around Christmas night into Thursday of next week, do be aware there still might be at least some light precipitation around. Most of this precipitation you see on this map here should occur Sunday night through Monday and also lingering into Monday night. When you get down into San Diego County, generally 1 to 2 inches, with locally more in our mountains that do very well in this type of weather pattern with persistent showers coming in off the ocean into the mountains. And amounts not dry, but tapering off quite a bit when you get into the desert areas. So you can see with this initial storm, primarily rainfall and snow will come from storm number 1, which is Sunday, Monday, with amounts heaviest over northern areas shown in yellow and orange. Here are some of the key highlights. There's moderate confidence. The model solutions we use as guidance show really good confidence for Monday of next week. Not so much for Christmas Day and the 26th of December, but then they go right back into really good confidence for late next week, for that being our strongest storm potential for late next week, targeting the 27th. It looks like the first storm that comes in Sunday, Monday carves the path for a series of storms to move through, with possibly the one on the 27th being the strongest. Overall, as you roll out the next 10 days, it looks like about 4 precipitation events possible, or waves of precipitation moving through. The strongest one being the 27th, it looks like. We do expect elevated surf even before our Monday storm. So surf will really be building from now over the next couple days. We'll call it elevated 3 to 6 feet. Northwest flow patterns, so these storms are cold. So if these storms do materialize, they will result in low to moderate snow levels, and especially the coldest storm potential being the one late next week, Friday, December 27th. A little bit of merger with tropical moisture is not out of the question, but primarily this is not atmospheric river type of weather pattern. If we do issue any watches, warning, and advisories, they will be posted immediately on weather.gov San Diego. We also post on Facebook and Twitter, so be sure to tune in there.